farmers, and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. Taking some more straw bales over to the cows. I did a little bit more in between episodes, and the straw is actually starting to fill up inside of the barn. But let's go ahead and give them 3 more bales, and they should be pretty well stacked up for a while. Let's mosey on in here. Can't really see where I'm going, but there's a water trough right there. Put these on down. And it should go ahead and take them all, I would assume. May have to give these a little push to get down on the ground. And another one. And there. Now we can see there's straw on the ground for the cows. Yeah, they should be all set for quite a while. So let's step on out and close the door so they don't escape on us. Alright, close that on up. And now I'm going to head over actually to the sheep pen, and they got really one full pallet, maybe half of another. I'm going to grab those and bring that on down to our spinnery, fabric shop, clothing shop, all in one, and just put them in there because the telehandler's up here. Might as well grab what we can. We really have not been in here since the day we got the sheep, which was like last year, technically, possibly. Yeah, it's not like a drive-through area, so to grab these, it's going to be a little bit of a pain, I think. I think this is where an autoloader would come in handy. Would it be better to enter from in there, or boy, really not really. It's not great access. That's for darn sure. All right, let me just go ahead and we'll get them out of here. Then I'll like double stack them. We'll grab the full one first. Yeah, definitely in the future, probably want to use an autoloader to get these out of here. May have to get myself a smaller autoloader. The other trailer might be just a little bit too big to get up here. Why won't you slide under? Why won't that go into the pallet? Maybe if I ram it into the wall, it'll go under. Or not. There we go. Now we got it. No, lift up the pallets. Alright. Back out of here. Let's make sure we close up the doors, although the sheep can't really go anywhere. And nope. A little bit higher. Perfect. Bring the forks a little bit closer together for these pallets. Need it back a little bit. As long as I don't hit any big bumps, we are okay. Alright, let's get this down to our, like I said, our fabric shop building. I don't know exactly what I should call it because it does pretty much everything to do with clothing. So the one thing I got to remember to do, we harvested the wheat field a while back, a few episodes ago. That field needs to be plowed, not because it just needs to be plowed because our potato planter is not a direct drill, so I actually have to plow that field and prep it for potatoes next season at some point. So that's something that needs to be done in that field. The canola field, I'm not sure what we're going to put in there for next season. But planting season is not that far from us, really. What is it, like September, when we can start planting maybe wheat and barley and stuff like that. Not going to have a whole bunch of wheat and barley, but eventually we are going to have that grain mill. Could be today. I mean, I am down to my last $50,000, but we are going to sell some items here very soon. This needs to go in here. Why is that not disappearing? A lot of the other stuff disappeared. Oh, got to raise it up a little bit. Okay, so the trigger is a little bit higher than the ground. Gotcha. All right, let's put the telehandler away. And we're not going to make any clothing or anything like that just yet. We got to wait for the cotton harvest to do that. Alright, let's scooch out of here. I think I put my truck and trailer over here. I did. So if we look at our stock market page, it is time to sell some candy. Where am I going here? Scroll on down. So all the candy, the best price should be in June. We're at 29,292, 29. Yeah, it's all pretty much near where it needs to be. We're also going to grab the red beets. We do got some carrot as well and some preserved food. Everything probably just going to go to the market stall. Let's see. Let's preserve food for carrots. It says farmer's market. Well, let's go down. Preserve food. I think this is what we got, right? Farmer's market. Nope, preserve food. Right here. There we go. Farmer's market, market stall. Well, it's like a $20 difference. I think we'll just bring everything to the market stall. Just be easier to grab everything on the auto loader and then bring it all to one spot. So let's jump into the truck, shall we? And yeah, now I gotta get this in there to start loading. How do I want to approach this? That's the question. I think if we go in, sneak around this way. Making that corner is going to be kind of tight, so if I swing around wide here, it's not a matter of getting in the gate, it's a matter of lining myself up to load some things up. We do have the room to get around in here with this equipment, amazingly. Alright, I did have this set up for bales. Oh, and by the way, I figured out why the bales wouldn't auto-load, because I'm an idiot. I think it's Control, Shift, and R to auto-load bales. What are we on here? All containers? Alright, so just auto-load these up and probably gotta wait some more stuff to spawn, right? I think the candy shop is pretty... Oh, yep, there it is. It's already kind of spawning. The more, the better. We're gonna bring in a couple $100 grand for sure. I know that's not all you got. Come on, give me some more. Are you gonna wait for me to get out? I was ready to say, don't make me get out of the truck. Trying to auto-load it as it spawns. Wait, are we full? I can't fit any more on the trailer. Alright, well, let's go sell this. We'll come back and get the other stuff. And I did not get that corner right, but we'll get out of here. Do I have beacons on this truck? I do not. Let's swing wide. And are we going to miss that tree? We are going to miss that tree. Alright, just go on down the road here to the gas station. We'll drive through the gas station, sell. This is a lot of candy. This little stall must do some pretty darn good business with all the candy we're bringing it. And hopefully I can sell everything at once. So we can see the beautiful total that we get. It's nice to bring the money back in a little bit. But of course I'm going to go and spend it all. Alright, so I didn't get the full trailer in the sell point. I mean, I thought it was a good idea putting this down here, but it's hard to get into that trigger. Interesting is selling the ones up front, but not the ones on that side there. So we'll sell it one at a time here. Yeah, I think at some point getting rid of some of these trees up here, I can probably pull in just a little bit easier. We're going to sell the other ones. Alright, let me just try to... Yeah, I probably should have left it right where it was. It started to sell. Alright, now we're definitely in the trigger. Alright, so we're up to 90,000, so that's not too bad. That was like 40 grand worth. So let's go grab some more candy. Unfortunately, right now, we're not making any candy at all because we ran out of sugar beet to make sugar. And that's why I would like another sugar beet field somewhere if I could afford one. Not going to help us this year because we've already gone past the date to plant the sugar beet. We're getting a really good size field for next year and having a whole bunch of sugar beet. We can make much more on the candy, of course. Alright, you gotta wait for it to spawn once again. Seems like a lot of strawberry candy is what we made. Am I gonna get another full trailer of candy? I wasn't expecting another full trailer. Alright, and we got a full trailer. What's left in this candy shop? A lot of strawberry candy and this regular candy. I'm gonna have another trailer's worth. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just do a quick time lapse, I think, of me selling all this material because it's going to take a moment. And by the time we get done, I'm hoping to have somewhere around 300,000 in the bank account. Is it going to get that high? Possibly. We'll soon see.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Well, I think for coming in here to grab material, this is the best route to take for anything, really. Turning radius on this truck is not the greatest, as you can see, but we're getting things. We're grabbing things. Are we going to hit 300,000? It's going to be close, isn't it? I think we're going to be just shy of it, but not too far off. Let's just grab the last of this material here, and I think that's going to be everything. Just say we got... Are these like 2,000 liters a piece on here? Yes, they are. That's why we don't have another container. That's fine. We'll get you next time. Actually, we don't have any more carrots planted for this year, so maybe another year before we get there. Or I could buy a field with carrots in it. And I'm getting this a little bit better also getting into the sell point at the market. Should do a little bit more landscaping where I've been turning around, make it into like a road kind of a thing. Oh yeah, and I do have, because someone did tell me, if I have like the free landscaping mod on, which we've used before, that it doesn't actually charge you for putting down the grapevines. I actually have that mod turned off for that reason. It's kind of weird, but I feel like I should be paying for the grapevines as I put them on down. So that's why we got the free landscaping mod turned off currently. So 284 is what we're at. That is not too bad. But what we're going to do is, yes, we're going to buy the grain mill. Let's scooch on down. Where is that again? I kind of forgot where the grain mill is. Is it here? Grain mill's here. Spin around. It should be right here for 96,000. All right, we own the grain mill. Let me just double check. Is it the standard material that we make in here? Wheat, barley, sorghum, oats. We just purchased it, so yeah, wheat, barley, oats, sorghum. Those are the crops. Let's see. We'll turn off oats. We'll turn off the barley, right? Because we got wheat. We got wheat and oats to bring on down. No, wheat and sorghum to bring on down. Well, we'll probably get to that next month because I really want to advance on to the next month currently. Let's go ahead and see. Let me double check on the animals here. So the cows, they got 20,000 liters of TMR left, but they're only using 10,000 a month. So we're fine there. We should be getting some TMR next month, and the sheep have been more than fine. Yeah, I think we're all set. We don't have any more fields to take care of currently. So let's just go on home, which is here. And we're going to sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Maybe the honey, I could have taken care of that. That might be getting too full. We might get a warning saying the honey, no more spot for honey to spawn. So I probably should move that. Actually, I don't have that symbol anywhere, so that's good. I didn't see what we went to bed with, but we woke up with 167 in the bank account, which is not too bad. Let me check to see, first off, what do we got? We got any fields ready for harvest? Nope, nope, and nope. Nope, nope. And, of course, nope and nope. But what I want to check on, of course, are the grapes. Do we have to mulch in between the vines? Can I not jump over these vines? So I'm not sure if mulching is part of the weeding process. If it is, I'm not going to get double fertilization on these grapevines. And I don't know if I spray them again, am I going to get my second application on there? Well, there's only one way to find out. We'll just take a quick little test in our Oxbow sprayer here, and we'll see if we get the second stage put in. From what I was reading on it, you get one stage of fertilization from spraying, and another stage with the mulching. But here we are in July, and we don't have any mulching yet. But I do have weeds turned off. I don't know if that's going to be part of it or not. Let's do a quick test here. We'll come in here and spray them again, although I don't think the grapevines have grown at all. Alright, so if I go to here and, whoops, back up one, fertilizing. Well, we are getting a second stage of fertilization on it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spray the grapes just to be sure. If I don't have to do any mulching, I guess I'd rather do the spraying than mulching, because it'd be a lot quicker, that's for darn sure. The grapes are going to be harvestable when? Let's see, grapes in September. So, yeah, let's go ahead and spray the grapes, of course. I mean, why wouldn't we? So it's not going to take me too long to get all these done. Doing 4 rows at a time. And really, we don't have that much work to do here in July. Although, take care of a few of our production buildings. I do want to get started on the wheat and sorghum process to make them flour. Because we'll be selling that in November, I do believe. The cows are going to need some TMR. Our TMR production should have made a good amount. So the cows will be happy to get that. And I think we're only a few more months off before we get some more cows anyway, so yeah, hopefully we get a good amount of production. Oh, it is July, so the grass field might be ready for harvest as well. So actually we do got more work here than I thought we do this month. Okay, turn that off. I said turn that off. I am kind of curious, are these considered narrow tires on? No, they're not. Crop destruction. Those are not narrow tires, so let's not drive into the field. Like I said, I might be overlapping a row or two once in a while because I'm not exactly counting how many rows to skip. I'm just guesstimating where we need to be. But I think we're in the right spot. Really kind of excited to get to harvesting the grapes this year just to see how the yield is and get the grape production back up and running again. It was kind of short-lived last year. We were kind of rushed to get the grapes going because, of course, we start in August and September. They were ready for harvest, so we had to do a good amount of work to get them started and going. I think we did okay for last year. But it's good we're getting a second stage of fertilization on the grapes. And I'm glad I didn't convert this back over to a harvester. Now, the funny thing is, because I tried to unload the liquid fertilizer out of this and I've been unable to. I think it was yesterday's episode of American Falls, to where I was able to unload liquid fertilizer out of the planter. So we'll try it again today, because we won't need the fertilizer again this year. We got to convert this over to a harvester for harvesting the red grapes. See if we're able to or unable to unload the liquid fertilizer. Now, actually, with the rest of the money that we do have, I was thinking of buying the dairy production, because we're going to have cows. Of course, they're going to be making a lot of milk. So to make cheese and butter would be not a bad thing. Get more money for our milk. And, you know, if I was going to sell milk there, I got to drive in there anyways. So either way, I got to go in there, right? And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, yeah, getting into the dairy production with our big long truck that we have, along with the tanker, it's going to be kind of a snug fit going in there. Like I said, hopefully I'm not missing that many rows, if any. I'm not really sure with the grapes, so do you have to spray both sides of the vine to actually get it fertilized? So like the ends there, do I have to, you know, like the far left hand side, is that entire vine considered fertilized now? Not sure how the game incorporates that. Or do you have to spray it on both sides to consider it fertilized? I still gotta get the far end row anyways. So one more pass on this field. Can you call it a vineyard a field? Possibly. I'll just whoops. I will drive down the center of this. Don't want to get too close to the fence over there. So I probably won't have to do the mulching here. So basically the work we'll be doing is pruning, which leads to plowing as well, and then 2 stages of fertilization. And then of course harvesting.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
Don't know how well I'm currently doing, but we'll check the page in just a moment to see if I missed any rows. I think I'm doing all right. But that's not what you want to hear from your farmer when you're trying to earn some cash. I think we're doing all right. Just gotta spin around and get this last set of vines over here, the white ones. And 2 passes on these vines here. Probably should expand on these vines next year, I think. Nope, 1 more row over. Of course, we can't plant the vines until springtime. I think we got a little bit more room on the end we just started on. I think from what I remember, you only have to, you know, at least kind of spray one side of the vines. You don't have to get both. It's just the way that the machine works. It does spray out to both sides anyways. And this should be our grapes good until harvest time. And the only set of vines that the worker will do is the set of vines we started on. The white vines, coarse play will not work on. And the ones on the hill, coarse play would work on those, but the turning radius is so wide, they run into the guardrail and fence on the road that comes up to our vineyard, so it's not going to work out too well. Alright, how did I do here? Let's get rid of the plowing status. Interesting, looks like I may have... Well, I don't know. I got the rows here, but a couple of ends there and there did not. Interesting. But overall, it looks like we got the majority of it. So we're going to call that good. I'm going to turn the line back on and plowing back on. Actually, plowing looks kind of terrible. Even... We did plow the field. Let me just, well, I'm going to have to run like halfway down the vines since I can't jump over them. But I don't think the field status says we need to plow. It's not at the beginning, it's not at the end, it's like right in the middle. But looking at the bottom right-hand corner, it's not saying anything about... Oh, I can jump over the vines if I get a running start. Yeah, the field info doesn't say I need to plow it, so... Not too sure. We're going to go on that, because I did plow the fields, or in between the vines. Alright, let's park this up, and I think the next step I definitely want to do is get the grain down to the grain mill before I forget about that. Get that process started, but I think I left the Lamborghini down at the store, so I'm going to come back and grab the grain up at the farm, then bring it down to the grain mill. Is it at the store? I think that's where I left it. I did do a little bit of cleanup. I think I forgot about the Lamborghini at the store, which I did. So back to the farm, we'll grab the wheat first, and then we'll have to go back grab the sorghum. And I think I'm going... Yeah, right behind us. So, I mean, I'm at the store. It's where we need to go. So at least I know exactly where the grain mill is. Alright, make my track back up to the farm. And we'll make the first of 2 trips down to the grain mill. Well, while I'm going past the cow barn, I'm just kind of curious to see if there is a trigger for loading up the manure. And the other thing I don't know is this trailer capable of filling up with said manure? Yes, it is. This trailer will take basically anything. So I don't see a trigger for picking up the manure. It could actually be in here, but when I turned on the icons, it didn't show up. But, yeah, we're not quite set to be picking up manure anyways, so I may need to get a bucket for like the telehandler or something, and we'll have to load the manure up that way. Be a bit of a process for sure, unless I get a modded bucket that is kind of unrealistic, just to make it a little bit quicker to load things up. Alright, so wheat, yeah, just had it in the trailer not long ago, but now that we're on the grain mill, we'll bring it on down. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go from the farm down to the store. Which way is the quickest or the easiest route? So this time I'm going down the east side of the map to the store. Well, when I say to the store, the grain mill's at the store. But I'll see you at the grain mill. We'll dump this in and come back at the sorghum, get that in as well. Get that flour made, so in November we can, bring in some more money. As for buying the dairy production, which I thought I was going to do, I probably shouldn't do that just yet because I should leave myself a little bit of a cushion to buy some stuff, material like maybe seed and fertilizer for planting in the fall. Because currently, right now, I don't really have anything to sell. We just sold all the candy, and we're not making any currently. We gotta wait for harvest season, and of course, we're through all the vegetables as well. So I mean, I could sell some honey, could sell some milk, but that's not going to be enough to really, I think, meet our supply and demand. Or if I need to buy any kind of material as well. So we're going to hold off on the dairy production. If I get too full of milk in the cow barn, I guess we'll just have to sell it if we need to. But right now, yeah, we'll hold off on the dairy production. Anyways, grain mill. Need to be focused on the grain mill. And remember, not that first turn. And not this turn here either. This is the best way to go here, I believe. So 2 hour left. That is our cotton field. Still going to take a while for that to grow. The potatoes, I'm interested in getting that harvest going because, well, we'll have some potato chips being made. Oh, I probably should double check to make sure that the oil has been, well, maybe it's not going to distribute yet because I don't have the potato chip factory running. But once I turn the potato chip factory on, we should have some oil. But I'll double check to make sure that the oil has been made. And there's actually a lot of pretty good big fields here. Like the one to our left, that's a nice sized field. And the fields here are kind of on the cheap side. I need to start planting more sugar beet so we can keep on making more candy, because that was a pretty good production. We are making 3 different types of candy: honey, strawberry, and this plain candy. I think the gate to the grain mill might be closed. Let's see, do I want to go in here? No, that's the road that used to come down. So it must be accessed through here. Yes. All right, in you go. While that's being unloaded, let's go down to our productions. Let me just note the canola oil actually did get distributed to the potato chip factory without it even being turned on. I didn't think it would do that. Wheat. Why is that not shown? Oh yeah, because I kind of I forgot about this trailer. Got to hit the other button to open up the grain. I was like, wait a minute, where did my wheat go? All right, there we go. Now it's active. Okay. Yeah, TMR. I think on the way back, I'll stop and pick up the Total Mix rations. Yeah, we got 60,000 liters of it. Can the cows take that much? Yeah, if I load up one full trailer, that should be enough to fill up the feed trough. And that's all I really need. Can I really drive around this building? I mean, we can. And then snake out of here. There we go. All right, on the way back, swing in, grab the TMR. We'll go up, feed the cows, and then go back to the grain mill, the silo. Grab a little bit of sorghum that we have and bring that down. Put that in there, then head back to the farm, and then I think we'll grab the T8 and we'll at least get the grass cut. That should be ready. It is July, unless I got my months mixed up on which map is which. But I think the grass field is going to be ready. Ooh, did I fertilize that? I can't remember if I did or didn't now. Uh-oh. Kind of interesting. I didn't think I was going to have any more carrots to sell, but my guess is that we were full in the production building. I mean, that's fine. Alright, so I will have some material to sell in the future if I need a little bit more cash. Let's grab our TMR. And we're going to grab a full trailer, which will take just a second. While that's going on, let me see. Did I fertilize our grass field? Okay, the grass field has been fertilized. It will say ready for harvest, but I don't know if it's on the first or second stage of harvest. There are 2 stages, and I want to wait for the full growth. We'll check on that when we get up there. But that's good. I did fertilize it, so yeah, I didn't have a brain fart on that one. I will say that production of TMR is nice to kind of have as a byproduct from the candy production. But man, the output rate of that silo is slow. It's not the slowest I've seen in outputs, but it's pretty darn close. All right, the cows will be very happy to see this much more TMR being put into their feed trough. Sunflowers are looking really, really good. Scooch around here. The grass field. Yeah, that's not ready this month. So this is off from the cycle on... Yeah, it needs one more. You can see how tall the grass can get because I missed a spot there. So this grass, even though it says ready for harvest, needs 1 more month. And it'll be good. So we're not cutting grass this month. And we'll probably keep doing what we've been doing. The first trailer goes to the fermenter to make silage so we can make some more TMR. And then the other trailer will go into making some hay for the sheep. No, that's where the feed trough is. TMR goes in there. Almost went to the wrong bay. I wonder if I'm going to clip the roof of the cow barn. Is that going to be a thing here? I think the first time I came in, we didn't have that much TMR. Yes, this is... okay, wait. I mean, it's kind of going bad. So I think what I would have to do in the future, as this gets lowered down and hopefully gets back put in place so don't go flying across the map, is kind of like slowly unload. I can't see if the back is open. There we go, that'll work. Kind of. Let's just check on their feed trough and how it looks now. Oh wow, they do hold a lot of food, more than I thought they would. But they are good now for at least 4 months. And the milk is filling up. For the amount of cows we got, it's filling up pretty darn quick. Let's see, so we got maybe 3-4 more months before they have offspring. Possibly. Somewhere in there. Alright, to the silo, we'll grab the sorghum and bring that down to the grain mill. It's not much in here, I think 9,000 or is it 5,000? This is from the grass field when we first moved here. Oh, okay, so it's a little over 10,000. All right, we'll bring this on down, dump that on in. And then I think we're done for the month of July. Then we can move on to August. We'll have a double check on some things. Figured on the way back, may as well fill up with the rest of the TMR and bring it up to the cattle. And we'll still be producing some more TMR. There's still a good amount of silage in there. Probably make just as much as we brought up today still. So like another 60,000 liters. So maybe that one grass field will be able to keep up with the animals that we have. And then if I do get an excess amount of silage, we can always bring it to the BGA right here and process that into other material like electricity, methane, digestate. All right, so this time when I unload, I have to do it in steps. And there's not like a particular spot I can back up and get more clearance. It is pouring out. Try to keep an eye on the roof. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a different way to do this. I do like this trailer. And this is about the only spot right now where I cannot use this setup. Wait, are they full? I thought I had plenty more room for more silage up here. I still got 276 liters. Okay, now it took it. I don't know. Maybe I was tapping the button way too many times. So another thing I want to try out while we're here, and the last thing I'm going to try out in this episode, is I'm going to actually back in through here up to that manure pit to see if there is a trigger for loading up the manure. I would have thought, though, the best place for the trigger would be out here. And once again, I'll turn on the interactive zone markers, but I did not see one last time. So that's where we purchased the cattle. That's for water. That's for dropping off the food. Well, I'm just going to back in there and find out. So, I mean, there's a few ways we can load the manure, of course. I mentioned the bucket. We can always use a belt system to load into the trailer. Let me turn on the help menu here. Helper HUD just to see. If I get a trigger for R to fill. Because it may be a trigger here, just that there's no icon for it. But yeah, there is nothing. Yeah, there's no trigger there. Didn't quite surprise me that there wasn't because there's no icon for it. Well, now we know. So we'll have to dig that out, I suppose. Close that door there. Yeah, it's just a, 5,000 liters, almost 6. So not a whole bunch there to bring on down. And we'll close that up. But the cows are good for a while now. Don't have to worry about them at all. And actually, where the trailer... You know what? I'll probably be using the trailer in August. Or will I? Because with the root crop harvesting, we're not using a trailer to transport. We're using the root crop harvester itself. Actually, I need to be going into this menu here. August. We can harvest possibly potatoes. I can't remember. I assume I planted them in March. So potatoes will be next month. We don't have sorghum. And then, of course, if we go on down here, and possibly, well, the parsnips and red beet are ready to harvest. So we got plenty to harvest along with the grass fields, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, so I think the trailer I can put away. I really don't have a good bay to put the trailer in. These sheds up here are good for like tractors and small implements. I wonder if I can get my trailer into here. This would be a good spot for it. That is a very good spot for it. Perfect. And the Lambo can go anywhere over here, honestly. And currently I don't have anything down the store either. And turn off the beacons and we're all set there. Let me turn off the interactive zone markers. We don't need those, I don't think, again. Hopefully not again, because I'm starting to understand where most of the triggers are. So that's good. How much wool do the sheep make in a month? It's not a whole lot because we don't have a whole lot of sheep. But we have more than what we started with. Yeah, like 500 liters. Not even. It's 1,000 liters per pallet. So yeah, it would have been under 500 liters. But they're not going through the hay as much and the water as much either. But once we get a full pen, they'll go through a little bit quicker. But yeah, was I repairing this? The inspection is now complete. 2 damages were found, giving a total damages of 5. Yikes. Let's go ahead and get that repaired. Control J. And we want to fix all 5. So how long is that going to take? So if I just repair 1, it'll cost me $4.38, and it'll be done by almost 11 o'clock in the morning. And then if I repair 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only going to cost me $22.70. And it'll be done by 5 o'clock today. There's only 5, I don't want to say only 5, but repair damages. There we go. So that is being repaired. That'll be good to go for the harvest time. Yeah, I don't know these crates that you buy for the realistic damage system. I don't know if you actually, is it using material out of here? Or is this just like a crate we got to carry around and put next to the equipment to repair? Not too sure. Another thing I should be doing, I haven't done it yet, is figure out how I want to wash my vehicles. And I think for today, or now, I'll wait on it, but yeah, probably just get a pressure washer like always. I don't think we'll get a wash station, although I could put one down like right here over by the sheep. I mean, we got a whole area right here that I'm not really using for anything, so we could probably put down a wash station over here. I don't think I got anything currently active for a mod. Is that considered a tool? Yes, a tool. But no, I don't have. I got a weigh station, another weigh station, and yeah, ways to fill up electric or methane into my vehicles. We had those. That's a vehicle workshop. So I do have some wash stations that we used before, so I'll maybe put one down here. Won't be too expensive, I don't think. But the root crop harvester is getting fixed. We'll be using that next month in April. And I think technically we are done with July, but we are just going to end it here. And then when we start next episode, it'll be August. And yeah, the grapes are all set to go, I do believe. I don't think we have to do mulching because we're not doing weeds. And of course, the grass field, I thought about buying another one, but as we're seeing, I think this one grass field here can take care currently of the cows and the sheep that we have. But once the pens get full, we'll have a better understanding if this can do it. But I think it's going to be just fine. But looking at other fields is something I may do for harvest. There is a nice big red beet field over here. I do have my eye on. Double fertilized, which is nice. And doesn't need to be plowed or limed. So that field's in actually pretty darn good shape. But it's $326,000. So yeah, I don't have the money for that. And I won't have the money for that for a bit because I don't have anything to sell. But anyways, you know what? Maybe next year. We'll have to wait and see. We're not spending as much as we were in the first 10 episodes because, one, I don't have the money to spend. If I had the money, I'd be spending it. But yeah, I think we're pretty much I don't want to say we're there. There are more stuff I would like to have on the farm, but down the line we'll get it. But it's not a whole big spending spree we need to go on, and then we can buy just a couple more fields, and I think we'll be good to go and start repaying that $10 million loan slowly but surely. But anyways, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.